Hi guys, welcome back. It's time for a new recipe. I just went to the woods with the dogs and it was great. It's so amazing at this time of year. The deer are bellowing and that is such a spectacle to watch and also to hear. I will show a little clip that I shot in the woods this morning, and what you specifically have to listen to is when the deer on my screen is bellowing, the reaction from all the other deer around. It is so cool to hear. So now I'm back from the woods, it's time for lunch. And today I am trying a new recipe, like I said, and this is a tuna salad. I've dehydrated the tuna myself in my dehydrator, and I will take you back to the kitchen right now to show you a little bit more about the end result. Well, this recipe is super quick and easy to make. This is actually how it's ending up. And I'm going to show you what's in there. I'm having 2 packages of mayo in there. Because it's the first time I'm trying it out, I'm not sure if 1 package will do, so I did put in 2. And what I have done in my dehydrator, I dehydrated simply a can of tuna and some spring onion. And then this is the result that you're ending up with. So nice and dry. And I do know that you have packages like this to bring with you. But first of all, they are way more heavier. This one weighs 85 grams. This one weighs 50 grams, including the 2 packages of mayo. And then you can say, well, what's the difference of 30 grams? But count on it if you are going to the trail for, let's say, 10 days. That's 300 grams only on a lunch. So I think that is really worth the effort. I have dried my tuna on 68 degrees and it was in there for 5 hours. And to make it a little bit more convenient, because I'm home, I have put it in my dehydrator jar. You can also rehydrate it in Ziploc bags. Of course, the freezer ones are the most heaviest one, the most thickest of material, so they will last the best one. If you are deciding to rehydrate this with warm water, it will take around 30 minutes to rehydrate. Me personal, I am not a fan of rehydrating fish with warm water because you're eating salad cold, obviously, so I do not prefer to have it with warm water. So if you're adding cold water to it, it will take 1 to 2 hours to rehydrate perfectly. And be aware that if the temperatures are a little bit warmer outside, that it is not recommended to keep this out once it is rehydrated for longer than 2 hours. So you have to be a little bit aware of that when you are packing up at camp in the morning or on the go, thinking about how long it takes before you're going to take a break, that you will take maximum of 2 hours. In wintertime it can be a little bit longer, then you have to be careful that's not freezing, obviously. But if you put it in a food cozy or something, then you do not have to be that specific about time. But when it's warm weather, do not exceed the 2 hours. I've just put mine in here right now, so I'm going to wait for those 1 to 2 hours. I will keep an eye on them until it is good, and then I will see you again to complete the rest of this recipe. Add the mayonnaise, add some spices to it, and see how it tastes. Well, the water was in there for about 25 minutes and it has rehydrated perfectly, both tuna and the onion. So I think the 1 to 2 hours in the recipe, I think that's a little bit long, but now it's absolutely fine. And now it looks like this. So it's been nicely softened up again. So I'm going to add 1 package of mayonnaise to see how much that is. In the meantime, I would like to give you 1 tip, because if you are making this recipe, make sure that you're using tuna on water and not on oil. Come on. Because oil does not dehydrate, it does not dry. So when you are using tuna in oil, you might have the risk of your tuna getting really greasy in a short amount of time. And that's fine if you are using it up on the same day or on the same weekend. But if you would like to store it a little bit longer, then definitely pick tuna on water. So adding 1 package of mayonnaise. Yeah, that is absolutely fine. For the amount of mayonnaise, 2 will be too much. So this is how it looks with 1 package of mayonnaise. In regards to spices, I am going to add some paprika powder. If I'm going to like this recipe and I'm going to take it out on the trail, I'm obviously not taking this whole jar with me. But for the convenience of my own kitchen, I'm going to use it right now. If I'm going to take it, I have to look up for a little jar that I can take this with me. But for now, this will do. Add some of the paprika powder. And this is how I would usually make tuna salad at home. So if it tastes the same, then I would be really happy. And obviously you can eat this on the trail out on crackers or wraps, whatever you have with you. Be sure that if you make wraps, you would like to eat it with wraps, that you make a little bit more. But as this was a tryout, I only made 1 can of tuna. And if I am going to make more of it, then I definitely will dry more in once as well. So this is the end result. Let's see how it tastes. A few bits in there that are not 100% rehydrated are still a little bit crispy, so a little bit longer next time. It looks perfect when you see it like that, but when you're going to chew on it, then you feel that not everything has been really well rehydrated. So yeah, this is absolutely good. This tastes like home. So this is a good chance that I'm going to bring that in the next season in 2024 for my lunch, because I'm always struggling a little bit with lunch, and this is going to be a good one. And now I'm talking to you anyways. I was searching online and I found on the website of Backpacking Chef that he was actually drying melon, and melon is one of my favorite fruits in summer, and I absolutely never came up in my mind to dry melon. But it works. Look, it stays a little bit chewy, just like apple does when you're dehydrating it. So this is a little tip as well. Drying melon, absolutely a good one. I believe this one was at 70 degrees, if I say it correctly. If I'm not, I will blend it in below here. 70 degrees for about 9 hours, 10 hours. I will check this one for you, and then I will add this as well, because this is a little extra tip thanks to Backpacking Chef. This tryout turned out to be 2 big thumbs up. Definitely going to add that to my backpacking meals for the next year, and I hope that I could give you another idea as well on how you can make your own backpacking food for out on the trail. I hope this video was helpful to you. Please give us a like, subscribe to the channel and notify the alarm bell, and then as always, enjoy the outdoors. We'll catch you on the next trail. Goodbye.